FD Scrabs Jamb as mandatory requirement for tertiary admission. Oh wow. The federal government of Nigeria has introduced a new policy removing the Joint Admission and Matriculation Board Jamb as mandatory requirements for admission into polytechnic, universities and colleges, aiming to broaden access to higher education. Announced under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu administration and spearheaded by Education Minister Dr. Maruf Tunji Alausa, the reform addresses long-standing barriers to tertiary education. Each year, millions of students take the Jamb UTME, but only a fraction secure admission due to stringent requirements. The government attributes this low admission rate to restrictive policies rather than students' performance. Under the new guideline, tertiary institutions can now admit students based on their senior school certificate examination, SSC results such as WAEC or NECO. University requires at least 5 credits in relevant subjects, including English, with mathematics mandatory only for science, technology, and social science programs. For national diploma ND programs in polytechnic, a minimum of 4 credits, including English, is sufficient, while higher national diploma HND programs require 5 credits, including English and mathematics. The policy aims to reduce obstacles and provide equitable opportunities for students to pursue higher education, while Jamb UTME remains an option. It is no longer the sole pathway to admission, granting institutions greater flexibility to use SSC results for admission decisions. That's not bad. But even if the school wants to conduct their own exam, probably they should do that. Probably not writing WAEC all the time and writing Jamb all the time. They can have their SSC results and then the school will conduct their own exam before they enter the university. But I don't know. Since he's saying that now that it's just SSC results that should be used, I think it's not that bad as well. One phrase says, talking of the SSC, which people know that many schools do possibly buy up invigilators, and answers are freely given to the students, making young brilliant students having as even in sciences. I doubt SSC is a good testimony nowadays for students' brilliance, especially in private centers and some state government schools. Me think combination of SSC and Jamb remains the best. I think they should really scrap Jamb because it is really wasting student time. I just think the school should conduct their own exam, not the general Jamb right now. The school should do their own exam, the criteria for them to pick, that they will add to their WAEC results for them to pick their student. That is just what I think. But that Jamb, it's long overdue. He says it's long overdue. Jamb has destroyed many destiny in Nigeria. I pray this to be enforced at the earliest possible time. I'm telling you, my sister has been writing Jamb, and she's not been getting admission. She should have finished school by now and even gotten a job, but she's still there trying to get admission. The Jamb is really, really stressful. So if the school can conduct their own exams to pick a student, I think it is okay, combined with their own WAEC results. Marvelous. Okay, beggy. Maurice Boy says, very reasonable decision. Wow, let it be real. I pray, I hope so. I hope that they do that. Henry says, this is the wrong decision that will buy the credibility of education. Nothing is buying any credibility. Students will just focus on obtaining WAEC NECO by all means available and go straight to higher institutions. That does still not mean that even with your WAEC and NECO, you will still get the admission. It's not possible. I'm sure that there will be something that the school will be looking for. And I think the school should also conduct their exam. We've said it. And some schools do post-Jamb. Now, don't they do post-Jamb? So what is it? Nigeria is doomed if this is allowed. There is nothing doomed about Nigeria. Let's hear what. Oyedede says, this is obviously a very poor retrogressive policy decision taken by this administration, capable of adversely affecting the standard of education in this country. This administration are aware of the fact that many students purchase and procure their certificates through various examination malpractices. Then maybe they should try and curb that. If that people are buying results and all of that, probably they should take strong actions on curbing the fact that people buy WAEC results, and also allow the schools, university that you want to go into, conduct a screening exam for you before they give you admission. And it still doesn't guarantee admission for everybody. It doesn't. Anthony says, in northern region of Nigeria, higher institution can admit students as low as 100 to 110% mark in Jamb, while down south you must score 250 to 300 marks in Jamb exam. Is that fair? This is a very good decision. Anthony says, if this is true, then I want to clap for our president Tinubu because he really got this right. Felicia says the student will start getting admission immediately after collecting the SSC results instead of waiting for Jamb for years. I'm telling you, it is frustrating. It is frustrating. Michael Job says Mr. President Bola Tinubu remains one of the best governments that reshaped Nigeria for good. Okay, now. Atkadija says that means although there will be much in higher institutions because a lot of students don't read any longer. They rely on exam malpractice, and you think that works in the university. It's not possible now. They say nobody's Olodo. The essence of school is to teach, to make the so-called Olodo to become sound in knowledge. If you enter the university and you are not passing your course, you get carried over now. So what do you mean by this Olodo? I beg. Lawrence says this is a welcome development if implemented, but another danger here is that there should still be supervisory bodies to those admitted to be scrutinized to ensure that it is based on merit exactly. And admission is not based on highest bidder, because even with the fact some people will still have A1 in their WAEC and they will still not get admission. So it is getting to put bodies in place that will monitor these things and make sure that people that are getting in actually are getting it on merit. Richard says, in fact, that is the standard required for admissions in the 70s when Nigeria was Nigeria. Admission then was based on presentation of the West African School Certificate or the NECO results, and no further examination or interview are required. By the new practice, we would no doubt return to the good old days. Esther Ochebu says, if you trust the credibility of our work, we don't need further screening. Most countries of the world don't set further exams for admission into higher schools. Let's make it standard and exam malpractice free. That is the problem. If you can stop malpractice, that is it. Boniface says all of us must go to school. Now I love this, yes. Jones White says with this reform, certificates in Nigeria will no longer have value. I beg you, let's hear what. This certificate is not having value. Ibe says best decision in recent times. Iyora says this current Jamb, I'm telling you, has done more harm than good to our children. Getting admission into tertiary institutions, Olayode and the former INEC chairman are birds of the same feather. Adele says this is incredible. At Victor Laura says Nigeria government with policies somersault every now and then. But this is actually good because even Jamb self, see the way they are conducting exams. Very disorganized set of people. They should scrap it, I beg. They should really, really scrap it. It has really stopped people from getting admission. So the schools that they want to go to should allow them get admission. Do an exam. So I really hope that they implement it fast. My listeners, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.